Hello and welcome to my video on how to make a sports highlight video with iMovie. My name is Fabio and I posted this on switchedonfamily.com and I recommend you visit the site and subscribe. First step is to find and import the highlight image. So the highlight image is simply this circle that's going to be surrounding the individual that you're highlighting. And to do this, it's simple. You just Google this text here. Go to images and you browse for a particular image that you'd like. As long as it's transparent background, then it will work. And in this case, I like the particular oval shape. So I'll simply download this and it'll be available on my computer to then import into iMovie. So then the next step is then to go to iMovie and import that downloaded file, which I've already done. So again, let's import the video, the image, and there it is. So moving on to the next part. So this is where you start to import all the various things that you'd like in your video. In this case, I've imported my son's weekend game, which I want to highlight a particular parts of it that I'm quite proud of as a father. So, so going to the next step. We are now going to start editing the video as you would any other video that you would do in iMovie. So I'm going to drag the video down to the timeline and simply start looking at the video to see what parts I want to cut, edit, and highlight. So if you're like many of the parents out there, you have lots of footage. To speed things up, there's a little trick where you can hold down the shift key and press the right arrow key, and this will actually fast forward the video, which is very useful. And then you can get to the point where you actually want to highlight, and it looks like that my son's actually scored a goal there, which is fantastic. So at that point, you simply go back a bit to the point just prior to the highlight area, and you can play it in real time. So the trick here is to find the part that basically we're going to split the video out here to the important part of the video, which for me begins at this point here. So I've stopped the video here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to split the clip. So everything prior to this is really not needed, so you can now delete this. And we're left with the rest of the video, including the highlight part that I want to edit. Okay, so we're now down to adding the highlight part. So we're going to play the clip from the beginning. Okay. So what I'm looking for here is the point in the video that is just before the magic happens. So in this case for my son, it's probably about here. So at this point here, this is where I actually want to highlight him, because he's positioned well, and then any viewers looking at this video would be able to know this is the person that you need to be focusing on here, not anything else in the play. Okay, so we now right click at that pause point, which is highlighted here, and we add a freeze frame. Okay, and we change the duration of freeze frame to be 2 seconds. So we select the freeze frame we've just created, select the duration field here, change that to a 2. And now this freeze frame will be for 2 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to add the highlight image. So we'll drag the image we've imported down to the line. And we actually want to align this image with the freeze frame. So I'm just simply selecting the freeze frame and roughly lining this up at the beginning, and then resizing this to align with where the freeze frame ends. Okay, so that looks about right. Okay, so now we're wanting to actually change this image so it looks a bit nicer within the frame. And to do that, you select the image in the timeline and you select this button here, which is the video and overlay settings. And then we'll be selecting picture in picture. And now the next part is to actually crop and rotate that highlight image. Okay, so to do that, you select the highlight image, you select the video overlay settings, and then select the cropping tool. Okay, so this gets you this view here. And we're going to rotate the image. So you can rotate the image this way. And we're then going to select fit style as being the fit. So that's that button there. All right, and now we select the cropping tool to exit again. And then we have our oval. So what we're going to do here is actually overlay this oval on top of the person that you want to actually highlight. So to do that, we select the highlight image again, and then select the overlay settings. And we are simply going to drag this over to the person. Do a bit of resizing. Done. Okay. And that is pretty much it. So if we now play and have a look at the end result from the beginning, start from the beginning here, press spacebar to play. So swing into position here, it highlights, and then the magic happens. And a goal. So you would then continue to do this throughout the rest of the video. Again, you'll be cutting it up at particular points, deleting what you don't need, and then highlighting as we've just done. All right, and the last thing you would do is then obviously publish your video as you would with any other video, which is at the top right here. And it gives you various options on how to publish the video. And then you've got a highlight video. So thanks for taking time to watch. And again, if you can subscribe, that'd be really grateful. Thank you very much.